Now let's look at PA boot left against man. So we'll look at Mike Blitz, different ways to do it. You can crash out, you can contain, you can hover here. But more or less, this is what you would be looking at. So looking at this from the wide side of the field, having the trips to the wide side, you can already see that this is an issue because of where this. So let's look at Mike Blitz man coverage against PA boot left. This is Mike Blitz, and obviously somebody's here. Maybe they crash out, contain. There's different ways to do it, but more or less, this is what you'd be looking at. So I like to run this. You can run it both ways, but having the trips to the wide side of the field is beneficial because you'll see the outside corner on the left, Diggs, is matched up and manned up on the running back. So if we do run a wheel or anything with the running back to the right side, I mean, he's got to come all the way across the field and he's going to be way out of position. You can also see that these corners here, these secondary players, are manned up on these two tight ends. And they're also extremely out of position. Obviously with these jumbo sets, you can't press the tight ends. So if we are running a drag or a post, it's going to be a lot harder for them because they're basically lined up with like an outside leverage here. Of course, with inside shades and pick artists, these guys can make great plays, but they're already kind of at a disadvantage. So let's look at what we want to do here. We'll put him, I'm just going to put him in a spy. So with PA boot left against man coverage like this in a blitz, again, we're going to block square. We want to put X on a drag, Kittle on a trail, and then again, you can block the running back. We can put him on a table route. Usually I'll do something like this because, again, knowing that the corner, for the most part, is going to be out of position, um, the running back should be open. We'll put him on a wheel. Now, why the fuck did that happen? Now, let's look at Mike Blitz against PA boot left. So just looking at it here, and again, you can crash out. There's a couple different ways to do it. Contain. You can see that the corner on the left is manned up on the running back, and he's way out of position. If we run a wheel or anything with the running back to the right side of the field, he's going to have to run across the formation. So I do like running this with the trips to the wide side. I'm just going to spy him out. So the first setup against a man look like this with pressure coming. Again, we're going to block square. We're going to put the running back on a wheel. We can leave Taysom Hill on his route. We can streak Kittle, and then I'm going to motion snap a slant to Steve Smith. Now, by motion snapping, it will make sure that Byers is the corner on the left is manned up to Byers. So I'll show you what I mean. So we motion snap, watch Byers, and we're out of there. Now, what happens if you don't motion snap? We'll do the exact same setup, but no motion snapping. Watch what happens with Byers. Okay, never mind. I don't fucking understand this game, apparently. So you don't have to motion snap. Just creates a little bit better separation. Taysom, Kittle on his streak is just there to clear things out. I mean, we could put him on a corner to beat man, but sometimes the corner and the wheel will kind of get in the way of each other. So it all depends. I mean, I don't have to send a wheel out. I can send a table out. So we can do something like this. So, and then we'll motion snap Steve Smith I mean, you could put him on a drag, but motion slants are much better. So we know that Byers will have a high-low on the right side. This isn't zone, but we know that Byers on his table route should do a good job getting open. So we'll motion snap him. You know, Taysom Hill got a little caught up there. This is the first time we're really going to look at that shallow crosser. Watch Taysom Hill again. Time we'll put Smith on a drag. Taysom Hill's going to light up and kill man. So the drag and the this shallow cross are kind of getting muddied together. You know, that's not really the spacing that we want. So we need to snap this a little bit later. Right about here. So fucked. So let's talk about Mike Blitz, man coverage. You know, this is very popular. Somebody's going to hover here. They crash out, contain. There's different ways of doing it. So when I am facing something like this, I like to have the trips on the wide side. And the reason for that is we still want our 4 receivers. But the main thing you can see is the guy that's manned up on the running back is this corner way on the left. So he's going to be way out of position if we run a wheel or anything with the running back to the right side. Again, somebody could, you know, zone guys out and do all sorts of things to get adjusted, but we're not going to go into that here. So against a look like this, again, we're going to block square. We are going to put Kittle on a corner, and then with the post, we can leave the post, and then we can either put Byers. It depends on what you want to do. If we're looking to get Byers open, and he's the guy that we're trying to scheme him open on almost like a huge gain, one play touchdown, then I'm going to do something more like this. Okay? Because essentially, I want to make sure that there is no traffic. If I put Kittle on this corner, that wheel and that corner are way too close. So I can put him on a streak, and then I'm going to motion snap the drag. I mean, I cannot believe that that would happen. That's so wild. This game is so fucked up. Let's talk about Mike Blitz here. Out of 3-3 Cubs, somebody will do something like this. You know, they'll hover, maybe they crash out, contain. There's different ways of doing it. The main issue for your opponent will be the fact that the way that the corner is lined up against this running back. So if somebody is running something like this, I like to have the trips to the wide side because usually, just like you can see here, the corner that's manned up to the running back is going to be way out of position if we end up running the running back to the strong side. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So just to show you how the running back can get open, let's just put Steve Smith on a smoke. Actually, we'll put him on an out, so he's totally out of the play. We're going to wheel Byers. And then with Kittle, we can put him on a drag. We really, this is like a one-play kind of scheme thing where we're looking to catch our opponent in something that, you know, they weren't expecting this to happen. Or we can put him on a streak. We're really just looking to get Byers open. We snap it. And you can see there that by the time the corner gets over there, I mean, we could take that. That was a huge gain. We could crib shot that. Let's look at this again. So that's one of the setups I like if somebody's running Mike Blitz like this. The other setup here is to put him on a table. So the other setup is to have X on a post. We'll have Kittle on a corner, Steve Smith on a drag, and then this table route. And then we're going to motion staff Steve Smith. Again, table is open, free-forming it. I mean, we have a bunch of man beaters here on the field. You can see the pressure is also not coming in. So having Mercedes Lewis out there blocking does a really good job against the left side. So we have all sorts of time. You know, we have the corner route as well. We have the post. This time we'll crash out, contain. Still, the pressure gets picked up. We're able to complete the corner. So it's just a lot. And again, now let's see what happens when you send out 5. I just want to show that. So sending out 5, you can still pick up the pressure, but it really is beneficial knowing that my blind side is protected by the tight end. And again, I also just want to look quickly at Taysom Hill's route. So we talked a little bit about this, but against man coverage, with short in, Taysom Hill's route is going to do a great job. I'm just going to do this, and I just want you to watch Taysom Hill. Short in activates. Horrible throw, even though it says perfect accuracy. So, you have a lot of man-beating routes there. I mean, we can also put Kittle on an out. We can keep the post. And then we can put Byers on an option. Starting to use option routes a lot more here, especially if you have Terrell Davis with short in. Let's see if we can hit the post. And so you can see, like I mentioned, this post does a really good job against man coverage. You could see that short in lit up there. Won't be able to see it in the replay here, but just watch. He gets pressed. He gets inside release. We're throwing that with a 6 o'clock down on the left stick, because we want to make sure that it gets in between right there. And we still had the out route open. Byers on his option route. Again, if you have somebody with better route running and short in. And pressure-wise, I mean, we're blocking 6. So on the right side, I mean, this is Montez Sweat. He has unpredictable. And, Marcedes Lewis is doing his job. We have a nice clean pocket. And if we just stop it here, I mean, you can see we have the out route, the post, Taysom Hill coming across, and then the option route. Of course, there's a lot of other things we can do. I mean, we can have trails out there. This is one of the other things that I do like to do. So something like this. Again, a trail route does wonders. Sometimes I really like having this inside guy on a drag. So we'll do something like that. So you have the drag, which is a quick over the middle. You can see that the defender is way out of position. And we'll also have the trail. So we'll just let it play out. Drag is open. Trail gets open. And then again, you'll have the table route and the corner will be out of position. We'll just run it once more. Again, table. Table's not the greatest route this year. You can see he kind of gets stuck. You could run a wheel here if you want to get a quick hitter. So you'll have the drag, the trail, the post. We'll look to hit the wheel. Oh, nice. So one more setup I like against man, especially against this Mike Blitz. Again, we're going to block square, put X on a drag. We're going to put Kittle R1 on a trail, and then I'm going to have Byers on a table. And we'll keep the post. So we'll have the drag, the trail. Both will do very well against man. We already saw that the post can do well against man. And then this table route, because the defender is out of position, the table route should be open. And you can see what a great job that Marcedes Lewis is doing. He should be your MVP in this scheme. Just watch him. You can see we have a nice clean pocket here. They sent 5, hovered, and everything worked out. Now, what if they send, what if they, I haven't done this here, but if they do touch the offensive lineman, see here, we still have time. And, we're able to complete it.